just my love for digital currency. I've been involved in this space now for just over 5 years, and I don't feel any interest in anything else but this. I'm 99% invested in digital currency. My life is in this, and my work is in this. I work for the vice president at one of the earliest digital currency investment funds. So this is my life, and getting to be here in Dubai. I don't know any other organization besides Planet Blockchain that provides such good quality meetups. Really, it's quite exciting to get to meet others, and that's what I do. Talking to people, educating and learning as well.
Yeah. So, you mentioned you are managing a hedge fund. Can you probably expand on this a little bit?
So we started in 2016. Which there was about 4 or 5 hedge funds invested in digital currency before us, so we were on the first wave. It started with a few doctors who wanted to invest in digital currency, but most medical professionals and lawyers and things like that don't really have the time to sit down and learn about these kinds of technologies and having to deal with the security involved and then also trading them. So they got together and created BLOCKWEATHER. And BLOCKWEATHER has since become a public investment fund, so we're based out of Delaware. Our office is in Hawaii, and we essentially allow people to have exposure to the digital currency market without a lot of the difficulties, such as learning about security and things like that.
What are some of the most interesting projects or recent projects you've invested in?
Sure. Well, just in June, we did 300% on a really interesting token, Metronome, which is Jeff Garzik, who was one of the original Bitcoin Core contributors. And Metronome is the first cross-blockchain token, so it can go on Ethereum, it can ride on top of Bitcoin, it can ride on top of EOS. And the idea being that in the sense of a store of value, which I don't believe there is such a thing as a store of value in digital currency right now, but that's probably for another day. But the idea being that if there ever is chain death, so if, for instance, a blockchain does start to if it's not being mined, then, for instance, it basically stops working. And so if you're like a train on a track, then you are stuck on that track. But with Metronome, you can just switch to another track very easily. So this basically settles a pretty big flaw in the singular blockchain-based digital currency.
Oh, that's terrific. Sounds terrific. You've been in blockchain and in cryptocurrency, of course, for many years now.
Yeah.
Since 2011?
2014.
2014.
I mean, I had been learning about it before then, but 2014 was the moment where I was like, well, I can't learn anymore without actually being involved in it. And so
at our events at Planet Blockchain, we have people who are quite new and also people who are very experienced, like yourself. But what kind of advice would you give to very new people, just starting to the newbies?
So my biggest advice is, number one, digital currency. People ask me, what is the value of digital currency? And I say it's the people. Frankly, look at these communities. The technology is very important, obviously, but look at who's involved, the kind of development that's going on, and the very nature of what is value. Anyways, what do you believe is going to bring value to other people's lives? Don't get caught up in a lot of the hype. There's a lot of projects out there with really great marketing, but they don't focus enough on delivering something that's actually viable. That's where you need to be careful. I think a lot of people already have a lot of life experience that they can draw on. So when you come into this space, it's easy to be like, well, I don't know anything. But the fact of the matter is, you do. You've already been alive for how many years, and really that knowledge is something that you can bring into this space. So bring it with you. A lot of people get in it for, I think, maybe the wrong reasons. Getting rich quick is not really a good reason to be involved. I think with anything, you have to fundamentally really have the right reasons, and money will follow value, so find value.
Thank you, Evan.
Yes.
That was wonderful. That was
Thank you.
very eye-opening, I would say. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. Excellent. Actually amazing. Had a good time here.
Yeah.